Baby, give me all that you got, yeah. Why not? Baby, give me all that you got. Press up on your back. SpaceGanggg, I mean. Yo, I pray. H2O. Simple. I know what you like. Let me treat you right. If only for the night. Girl, you are my type. Yeah. Now you're hugging on my body. Woo! Telling me you're lonely. Yeah. Girl, you barely know me. Know me. Now you
Good evening, sir.
How are you?
How
How
are
are
ya? I'm
you?
well. I'm well. So the first thing I have to ask you, right, is only for the night, really?
um, yeah, because I'm married. I'm married, so apparently, if I go over the night, it won't work out. But no, I'm married. So,
I hate
that
this show
funny,
sometimes.
funny, funny enough that you say that. That song was actually dedicated to my wife. So.
Oh, okay. Because when I heard only for the night, I'm like, what's the situation? So that's why I asked, because I'm like, all right, okay. So this song was dedicated to your wife before she was your wife? Yeah?
And
Oh,
I can, I
how
can
she
tell you,
feel about
it's
it?
hard. Oh, dishes. Baby.
Oh, that's her. Hi, wifey. I like to ask questions when I hear certain things in certain songs because I need to understand, what's going on. Okay. Somebody said his wife bad too. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So big up your
No,
wife. Big up your wife. Go ahead. Big up your wife.
there you go.
So Johni, welcome to Get with the Fix. Get with the Fix. I'm so happy to have you here. Johni and I have been having a lot of conversations behind the scenes. I've been looking at what he's been doing and all of that kind of stuff. So we are here today to do this interview. So I'm happy to have you here. I know, right, Debs? Watch love. Watch love. Watch love. Let me ask you this question, right? As an artist, and as a married artist, like, does that affect anything in regards to your music? Because the ladies like for you men to be single or pretend to be single.
Unfortunately, they do. But I would say, as a musician, it's always challenging because you can't rationalize the life you live. You can't rationalize half of what goes on in the life you live. So it's like marrying someone who understands who you are, who understands the journey that you've taken.
Mm.
Because I've been on this journey since I was 13. You know what I mean? And it was
Okay.
something that I dedicated my whole life to. I'm 33 right now.
Mm.
So seeing that dedication is like, wow, if you want to be a part of this journey, go for it. Listen, I would love for you to be there. I love to have at least one person and to have you. I'm cool.
Okay.
I got my roadie.
I like it. I
My
like
roadie.
it. Yeah, because like I said, in this industry, girls like for the men to be single or pretend to not have a girlfriend and all of that type of stuff because that's just how the industry is set up. So I'm glad that you're here professing your love and letting people know that you have a great woman in your corner. So that's amazing. That's definitely amazing. First time I've had that type of conversation.
That was the
And I've
first.
been doing it since 2014. Since 2014, that's the first time I've had this type of conversation. So I'm going to give you kudos for bigging up your wife here. Shout out to the wife. You must be a bad gal for real. So
Legit, legit, legit.
yeah. So John, tell me, how did you get into music? Like, how did this all get started?
I got into music in high school. I'd probably say the first or second year.
Mm,
The first or second year, I started school challenge quiz. I don't know if you know what that is.
yeah.
Yeah, I was a part of that team very young. I think I was the youngest to ever be on the team. And
Wow.
then I started going to church because I went to a crusade. I
Mm,
hate crusades, I really do. Oh my
wow.
God. Anyway, I went to a crusade. No, they tend to put the fear of God in you and make you feel like, oh
Yeah.
man, I really messed up. Like, where has this been my whole life? You're like, no, I'm 13. What do you mean? This has been nowhere. Let me focus
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
So I became a Christian in the summer prior to going to high school, and then I think I started music the 2 years after that. When a friend of mine at his church, which was my church at the time, he performed at our youth fellowship, and I was like, "Yo, that is so cool," you know.
Mm.
And you know, he wasn't like standoffish to be like, "Oh, I can't help you, whatever." Like this guy
Okay.
literally took his shirt off his back to give me, you know what I mean? And they killed him. You know what I mean? They murdered him. Like, oh,
Wow.
I keep going for him because that's
Wow.
horrible, my guy. It's
Wow.
horrible. Like, Jesus, damn.
Oh my goodness. I'm sorry that that happened.
And it's crazy. Um, he actually went to look for his aunt. It's like,
Mm.
and you shoot the guy in his face. Like, what is wrong with you, bro? Like,
Wow.
what kind of world is this? So, he was really who helped me to start. And thought it was a good start because he was a really good mentor. He showed me the ropes. I was really nervous on stage. He pushed me a couple times, like, "Yo, move, don't just stand there." So it's like, it feels good. I think he'll be proud, and
Yeah.
I hope he's proud.
Yeah.
I hope he's
Yeah,
proud. It may not be
definitely.
what he wants,
Definitely.
but I hope he's proud.
Yeah,
Big up
definitely.
to
Definitely.
you forever live on my guy forever. I swear. Like,
I'm sorry that you had to go through that. I'm very sorry that you had to go through that. But he is probably one of your angels looking down on you while you're doing this music. So that's a plus to it. That's definitely a plus to it. So what do you think sets you apart from another artist? Like what do you think sets you apart?
um, I would probably say what sets me apart is I care about my craft.
Okay.
I look up to really important people in history, not just in current affairs. Like one of my major influences would be like Jean-Michel Basquiat. Like that guy was
Mm.
amazing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Jean-Michel was amazing. When I read his story, it was way after I realized he was dead. I was like, "Yo, guy, you're a heartbreak. How do you die so young and be so
Yeah,
talented?" You know.
yeah.
I look up to people who believe in themselves and are willing to go against the grain,
Mm-hmm.
cost it what it will.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
just I'm willing to
Definitely.
push whether I get a support, whether I don't get a support, whether I get a
Mm.
like, whether I get a. I'm doing this because it's not something I just found out that I wanted. You know what I mean?
Right.
People just figure out in their life, oh, I want to do this. I've been knowing this since I was 30. This is not new to me. This is not, oh, a flash. Like, I actually know what I want. So,
That's
what,
good. That's
what
good.
makes what makes me different is that I won't be the sort of guy to be like, oh, give me $1 million and no, like I still want creative control over my stuff. I still want
Mm.
to sign off on everything. I still want to say, hey, every tweet you get, every text, that's me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want to be a mainstream, excuse me, a mainstream artist that forgot what music is about. It's not just being on stage. It's not just
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
it's a lifestyle. It takes a toll on you, as any
Yeah.
artist. It takes a toll on your mind, your body, your relationship. It
Mm-hmm.
takes a huge toll on that. But that's what it's
Definitely.
about. That's what it's about. A lot of artists nowadays don't get it. That's what the journey is about. It's
Yeah.
about the inside. It's about the sanity. It's about the ups. It's about the
Yeah.
downs.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
not knowing what the next step is. Because if you have it all planned out in front of you, what's the point of doing music? There's no journey anymore. It's just a destination. What's the point of having a
Definitely.
destination? You already know where
Definitely.
you're getting to.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't think Bob Marley ever looked at music as a destination. I don't even think he envisioned being as big as he is right now.
Yeah.
He probably knew it would have happened, but he would have been probably like, "Yo, Rasta take over the world." So, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So stuff
Yeah.
like that
Definitely.
motivates me to keep going because
I
I
like it.
want to hopefully be on his level, not necessarily be him, but be on his level where people can be inspired by me. I don't want to motivate you. I want to inspire you. Motivations come and go,
Definitely.
come and go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Inspirations, they burn like a candle that never stops. So I
Yeah.
want to be a motivation no matter what.
Yeah, definitely. How did you get the name Johni? Like, where did that come from?
Then I came from when I was doing gospel music, when I was a gospel artist. I just kept
Okay.
I just kept it because I still had fan base there, and to change your name is kind of a
Yeah.
hard piece of work, as easy as some people might make it seem. Because you changing your name, you're ultimately changing your
Mm-hmm,
brand. You hear me?
mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm.
when you change your brand, not everybody's gonna be like, oh, I want to accept the new you now, because most artists they'll change their name because hey babe, they change their name because they sign a new deal. The old name
Right,
was
right.
registered to the old company.
Oh,
So as
okay, okay.
artists, if you notice, most artists when they get dropped from a label, they alter the name in some instances, or they just stop using it altogether because they no
Yeah,
longer own it. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So
definitely.
I kept it
So
just like Sorry, go ahead.
how did you shift from doing gospel music to doing this music now? Like when did that shift happen and why did you make that decision?
uh, it happened. It happened. Honestly, I don't want to say I wanted to do this music to begin with, but
Oh, okay, okay.
being that I didn't have a musical background, I didn't
Mm,
know any famous person. Ain't nobody in my family did any sort of music, so I was like, it's a start, And then I really started to enjoy it because at first when I became a Christian, I was like, oh, crap, this is the worst idea ever. Oh
mm.
no, because I never experienced anything yet. I didn't have sex yet. I didn't drink yet. And I was like,
Okay.
oh, it was cringy, but it was fun. I did some tours here and there while I was still going to school. So it was like, okay, how do you explain this to anybody?
Mm,
Just don't. You just keep doing it
yeah,
until, either
yeah.
makes sense
Are you
or,
are you
you know.
happy and satisfied that you made the shift?
Um, yes and no, because to me it was a bittersweet pain because I was actually making some good relationships within the music, and a lot of people who I would never expect to notice me in a given
Mm,
day took notice. You know what I mean? They were like, "Yo, you're good," and
mm.
that made me feel good because they don't have to say that. They
Right,
don't know me from anywhere. You know what I
right.
mean? They don't know anybody I know. They're bigger artists than I I was at the time,
Mm,
or I am at the time. And they didn't look down on me. Like for example, see, I recently started talking to Prodigal Son. You know what I mean? And that's a shot in the dark. Like how often do you do that?
yeah.
But it was so authentic. It was so real. It was like, yeah, I want more relationships like this. I don't want people to be like, yo, artist, yo, DJ. I'm a human being like everybody else. At moments it may seem like I'm outlandish or I'm all. At the end of the day,
Mm.
I'm really quiet and I'm really just, a little teddy bear.
I like it. I like it. So tell me about this song called "Will You Do." Tell me about "Will You Do."
What you do? I remember that song. Who recorded that song? It was recorded in Portmore, and I think I was living in Hellshire at the time. And it was just something I was still doing gospel, and it was just something that I wanted to not only motivate the people of God but motivate myself. And
Mm.
when I got down to the lyrics, it was like, "What you do? Set my life up for your blessing." So it was more like for me, it was more of a mantra because
Okay.
not only was I saying, "Hey, this is a song." I'm literally saying, "Hey, God, this is what I want you to do. This is what
Hmm.
I've noticed, and I'm speaking my truth." Because a lot of us will speak negativity over our life.
Yeah.
A lot of us will
Yeah.
speak total destruction of our life.
Yeah.
But how many of us will say, "Hey, I'm gonna do this. I'm not gonna stop until I make it. Da-da-da-da-da. I'm strong. I'm beautiful." That's all I was doing, just professing and affirming my faith in the God that I serve,
Okay.
and knowing that He set me up for a blessing. It may not feel that way right now, because I was in Jamaica. Now I'm in America. How does that happen?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it shows that if you speak it into the universe will listen and start to make a way. And when it starts to make a way, don't question it. Never
Yeah.
question a blessing. If you say, "Hey, Lord, I want $1 million," even if it's 30 years down the line, if you get that million, never you question it because you ask
Yeah.
it. You just command it.
Definitely. Definitely. So here is "Will You Do."
You know what I mean? Sometimes you just feel to give up. And but at the end of the day, when you say on the way go through, you just have to give thanks, you know what I mean? What you do? Set me life up, be a blessing, be a blessing. What you do? Set me life up, be a blessing, be a blessing. What do you? Set me life up, be a blessing, be a blessing. Been through the testing, now it's time for my blessing. What you do? Set me life up, be a blessing, be a blessing. What you do? Set me life up, be a blessing, be a blessing. What do you? Set me life up, be a blessing, be a blessing. Been through the testing, now it's time for my blessing. What you do? Come from out the dungeon with bones in my lunch pan. Sometimes could hardly function, so quick to draw assumption. But Christ in my remedy. Some would have quick to bury me. This life is not my own, so rise again, dry bone. Right now I'm in my zone. Right now I'm in my zone. The beauty in the pain. The darkness in the rain. What you do? Set me life up, be a blessing, be a blessing. What you do? Set me life up, be a blessing, be a blessing. What do you? Set me life up, be a blessing, be a blessing. Been through the testing, now it's time for my blessing. What you do? Set me life up, be a blessing, be a blessing. What you do?
And doing this this music, do you have like any regrets? Do you have any regrets in doing the music?
The music I'm doing now or gospel music?
Yeah, yeah,
Music I'm doing now?
yeah.
Um, no, because I kind of feel like no one ever gave me the opportunity to express myself, to actually be me. Like I've always, ever since I've known myself, I've always had to fight to be me. Fight.
Mm.
I literally go teeth and nail and like sometimes fist to fist with people
Wow,
just for my authenticity.
wow.
Crazy. But I'm a defender of who I am. Like I'm
Mm.
not an accident. You know what I mean? My
Yeah.
dad may not have wanted me, but I'm
Whew.
here.
Mm.
I'm not going nowhere.
Yeah, definitely.
My, my mom may not have loved me the way I wanted to, but I'm still
Mm.
here. I'm gonna
Mm.
still keep going. And guess what? I wanna be a inspiration, not a motivation. I want
Def-
you to think about my life and say, hey, if he could do it, listen, I ain't got no excuses now.
yeah,
You hear me?
yeah,
None.
yeah,
If I do, I'm gonna
definitely. Do
put them in the chat.
do you write your own music? Do you write your own music?
I do, but I haven't actually written music in probably 10 years now. I've been like freestyling, being that I have
Mm.
a record at home, so I get time to just um go from your mind to the mic. Because I learned that
Oh,
watching a Little Wayne interview. He was like, "Yo, the time it takes for you to write that down, it already
you could
lost its
get
meaning.
a song
You
or
lost,
3 songs.
you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I took that concept. I was like, dang, wait, you mean I could just spit everything off the dome? I ain't gotta write it down. Say less. I got you. And I've just been doing it ever since. Like I haven't like literally if you check my house or if you ask my wife, she has never seen me write lyrics
Mm.
since she's known me. Because I just gave up on the practice. I didn't want people to have anything to sell after I'm gone and say, oh, here's his lyrics and he
Oh,
writes like crap. Come
okay,
on, get
okay,
out of
okay,
here. You know I write good.
okay.
So it's good, man.
Nice, nice. I like it. I like it. I like it. Do you have if you could look back on your younger self, what would that conversation be?
Guy, you're gonna be wait, can I curse on your program?
No.
Apologies.
You can't.
Guys, you're gonna be so effing amazing when you're an adult. Please, please. I know you're crying. I know you're broken. I know it hurts, but don't. Guy. If only I got that, my life would have been different. Like, it wouldn't have been all the way different.
Mm.
Um, I'll probably be able to deal with more stuff better. But
Oh.
I would just say, listen, whatever you're doing, keep doing it.
Mm.
You believe
Mm.
in yourself since then. Look at me. You were not the same person. You had to go on a journey and not a destination.
Yeah,
And you're
yeah.
still on it. There's
Yeah.
always room for improvement. There's always room for growth. So guess what?
Always.
No, you ain't doing nothing wrong. Stop making them make you feel weak. Stop making them make you feel small. You're amazing. You're gorgeous, my guy. Keep doing it. If only I could
Yeah.
have said that to my younger me, it would have been different.
Mm.
It would have been so
Mm.
different.
I like that.
But
I like that. I like that. I like that.
I'm super proud of the adult I grew up to be. I
Yeah.
had to fight my ass off. I had to be homeless a couple times. I had to
Wow.
be sold out by my own friends. I'll never probably speak on it in full. I had to get locked up to really know where my friends were. So People might say, "Oh,
Wow.
you switch. Oh, you this." Really? You think I switch? Let me go back in the record. Where were you on this day? Because I don't remember you for 2 weeks when I was locked up. I don't remember you. So
Wow.
please,
Wow.
I want you to do two things for me this year: miss me and witness shit.
Mm.
Okay? So that's kind of been my approach to life.
Wow.
You know, if people feel so entitled. Like my own family feels entitled to me
Mm.
when they were the ones
Mm.
who never came to a show ever. My
Mm.
own family never came to a show, and they had an option. I gave them tickets on tickets,
Wow.
never came to a show.
Wow.
So, you know, over time you learn where your loyalty is and you just keep it where it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, I
you
don't
learn.
live long enough to go both sides.
You,
I,
yeah,
I'm
you
on one,
definitely
I feel on the other.
learn who has your back and that type of stuff when you're doing certain things in life, you know. So you just praise God that you're still here, you're still able to do. And those people who didn't believe and were the doubters and that type of stuff, they'll see what you're doing. They'll see what you're doing. So let's talk about No Time. Tell me about No Time.
Ooh, no time. No time was my first hip hop record when I could say, hey, you got something here.
Mm.
Because when I remember playing it to a couple of people in my community, you know, a couple local shops, and they were like, yo, who is this artist? He sounds like he's from overseas. I'm like, really? Yeah, yeah, yeah. He sounds like one of those hip hop. I'm like, no, that's me.
Mm.
He's like, get out of here. So that's what really gave me the confidence to just make a full switch and just not go back.
Okay. All right. So here is No Time.
From this world to the next. I ain't got no time. I ain't got no time, got no time, got no time. Money on my mind, on my mind, on my mind. I be on my grind, working overtime. I ain't got no time, got no time, got no time. I ain't got no time, got no time, got no time. Money on my mind, on my mind, on my mind. I be on my grind, working overtime. I ain't got no time, got no time, got no time. Listen to that voice that's calling, the same one that woke you up this morning. No matter no, you must prevail. Them would have why you leave a jail. Some no one say you balling, pulling up in that foreign. Now you're making it rain. Flash flood on the storming. Up all night to the morning. Put the work in, no stalling. Up all night to the morning. Sun is up and we buying. Got no time, got no time, got no time. Money on my mind, on my mind, on my mind. I be on my grind, working overtime.
I like that song. I like that song. That's probably my motto. That's why I like the song. I ain't got no time. No time for the fool.
Ooh,
None whatsoever. So I want to ask you because here on Get with the Fix, I do like out of the box questions. So I have a question for you, right? And the question I have for you is, what is the phrase or two phrases that you don't like hearing from women? What's the two phrases that you don't like to hear women say?
you do know I'm married, right?
Hey,
Okay.
the
Um,
wifey, excuse him for the night. Don't put him in trouble tonight.
the two phrases I hate here.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, we need space.
Oh,
Because if you,
oh.
cause you, cause if you give me space, I'm gone. Like I don't live long enough to like life is hard, okay? Life is
Yeah,
really hard.
yeah.
Okay? But another one is I don't want to see you anymore. I
Ooh,
really that would really hurt. And that's my wife. If she ever told me that, I'd just lose it. So
ooh. Wow.
a little column, a little column.
That's deep. That's deep. That's deep. So
It
tell me
just
about Best
hurt.
in Tell me about Best in Me.
Oh wow. Best in Me, that song was inspired by the Marvin Sapp song. You saw the best in me when everyone else. That was when I was hugely criticized in the gospel
Okay.
arena, and I thought that was like a forgiveness song, but then I just didn't give a duck afterwards, and I kept
Mm.
it moving. But It was more like when I heard the Marvin Sapp song, I just remembered weeping and saying, "Wow, someone actually can see beyond, you know, the Johni
Yeah,
appearance. They can
yeah, yeah.
actually see the soul and wow, ain't that interesting? What is that like? You know what? Like, what is my soul like? Because
Mm-hmm.
you get a mix, like as an artist, you get like mixed reactions, like, oh, but for somebody to see you as you are and then just accept you and
Yeah,
see the actual in you, that needs to be spoken on. So I
different.
just spoke on it.
That's very different. Yeah, yeah. So here is Best in Me.
You go through some time, you make some changes. You saw the best in me. Woman, that's why you know, say, first when I was there for you. Yeah. You saw the best in me. What you do? For my sins, you cried. For my sins, you cried. For my sins, you saw the best in me. For my sins, you cried. For my sins, you cried. For my sins, you saw the best. Going through the struggle, so we work the muscle. On my grind all the time, so we have to hustle. So we have to make it. Now the runs we get it. No trigger we press it. Two price we spread the message. Best in me. What you do? For my sins you cried. For my sins you cried. For my sins you saw the best in me. For my sins you cried. For my sins you cried. For my sins you saw the best. Life get hard, you need the rest. Christ bring to your life true happiness. Living water we drink the best. Living water we drink. Throughout your ups and downs, you know, whether you want.
Tell me about some of the struggles you've had with the business part of doing music. What are some of those struggles you've had?
Um, Not understanding the business to begin with, thinking it could be ran off inspiration, passion. You could just love it and that's it. You could just get signed. You could just meet that one person. You could just, you know, thinking it's just
Mm,
a one, thinking it's just a one click and that's it. For me, it was more understanding that if you really want to do the music, you have to understand the business. And
right.
if you don't understand the business, you're gonna struggle with the music. You may
Mm-hmm.
make the best music, but you're gonna struggle to actually because it's just been 5 years since I've actually started making royalties off my music. Because
Wow.
I
You
didn't have
didn't
a
know.
clue what royalty was.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't know what mechanical was. I didn't know what performance was.
yeah.
I didn't know what PROs were. I didn't know what
Mm,
DSP. Like I was just in la la land because I was enjoying so much organic success. Why slow down now?
yeah.
But since being in America, I took a whole year off. Well, not necessarily a year off. I couldn't work, so I tried to fit it in the whole year
Mm-hmm.
to learn the business, read
Okay.
every book. Register my LLC because I didn't even know I needed an LLC.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
just understanding that music is more than opening your mouth. It's actually opening your mouth, knowing what you want, getting what you want. It's not just opening your
Def-
mouth because you can open your mouth and get nothing.
yeah, yeah.
But it's understanding that relationships are built, relationships are broken. It's just how do you find where you fit in?
Mm-hmm.
You know, don't stuff yourself into the music. How do you fit into the music? With
Yeah, yeah.
why does the world? Why should the world care about Janai? Why should the world care about anybody?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have the longevity to win these people over? Because
Yeah.
as an artist, you're campaigning nonstop. You think politicians
Yeah.
campaign? We campaign nonstop.
Yeah.
Like we don't
Yeah.
even
You
get
have
half the vote.
yeah, you have to. Yeah.
So
It's very
it's just
important.
yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
All right. So tell me about Low. Tell me about Low.
Um, Low. Wow, Low is pretty deep. Low is actually written um as an inspiration for my family and my uncle had passed. Like Low actually came out. Low came out a month after he died, and it was actually written 2 months before he died.
Wow.
So there's always that. And then there's stuff about my family in it too that I was really hurting when I wrote that song, and
Mm.
I almost didn't even put it out. If the music video was done for it, I probably would never put that song out. But
Wow.
looking back at it, I, it's not that it's a bad song.
Mm.
I just don't feel the same way anymore.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I've grown,
Yeah.
yeah, I've grown as a person. I've developed. I've learned, more about who I am, how to handle certain situations. So I don't think I would just blatantly just speak that way anymore.
Mm,
Just to feel like I can hurt somebody else.
yeah.
But I'll probably either let it go or take it to God or take it to my wife or just not be bothered because
Yeah.
I just thought that song. Sometimes listening to it now it's a bit too deep even for me, and it's my
Mm.
song. I'll glass over
Okay.
it.
All right. All right. So here is low.
SpaceGanggg. Mama, you pray for me, it's not too late for me, cause I know what I've become. Drunk off of Hennessy, that's been my remedy. Future so bright like the sun. I'm on my own, feeling the cold. I've been alone, yeah, feeling so low. Lost so many friends and I've been again. So I got a girl not to get this gem. Straight out the mud, we need it from the wreck. Ain't going broke off, but I took my neck. Mama ain't never got a girl collect. Pray for me cause they wanna see my death. For you, I'ma put this verse on my chest. Ain't gotta sneeze cause you know that you blessed. Mama, you pray for me, it's not too late for me, cause I know what I've become. Drunk off of Hennessy, that's been my remedy. Future so bright like the sun. I'm on my own, feeling the cold. I've been alone, yeah, feeling so low. Days that I pray for, nights that I wait for. I wanna count it up, I wanna make more.
Have you been to therapy?
No, no, no. I'm
No?
I'm I'm not I'm not that open of a person, and it's
You're
from
not that
it's from, no, it's from just my past experiences. Every time I really try to open up like that, probably
mm,
just to my wife, I open up to. But to open up to a stranger, even if it's somebody I don't know, it's gonna be a tough crack. I'm just not. Like people
how
tend
did
to use this kindness for weakness, and I don't want to ever be misrepresented as a weak person. Like you know,
oh your wife says she's your she's she's your therapist. I get that and I like that, your wife is your therapist, but I think from some of the stories that you've spoken to within the half an hour or so that we've been here, like I feel like you need to, get some stuff off your shoulder. Maybe you're doing that through your music and that helps also.
I do. That's why I took a studio home with me. It's my personal
Okay.
therapy, and I don't want to feel rushed to produce the music. I just wanna,
Yeah.
I want to let it flow. Because when you rush it, you end up with a really bad product that you gotta
Yeah.
live down here. Like, oh, I
Yeah.
could let that one stay. So
I could have
I
just
don't
let
want
that
to
go.
do
Yeah.
that. You could have. Now you gotta go on every single show, and the worst part is the song they like. You're like,
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Why? Why could you not just hate that song? Why couldn't you be like me why couldn't you just be a hater? Be like me,
Because
be a
you know
hater.
why? You have to, as a musician, right? And as an artist, like the things that you see as bad, somebody else is listening to it and experiencing exactly what it is that you're singing about. So
Right.
that's the art of being a creative. That's the art of being a creative, that people can, those things can resonate with somebody else besides yourself, the person that's singing it.
Right. Well, I'm hoping that will be the case because I'm not making this music just for me. I'm making this
Yeah,
music to touch lives and to actually make positive change. My
definitely.
entire catalog may not be positive, but
Mm,
speaking from the horse's mouth, I want to make positive
yeah,
change in this world. I don't want to be a destructive agent in this world to tear down people, and I don't have patience for that. If I'm not helping you to build, I'll prefer to leave me alone.
yeah, definitely. Definitely. You have an EP coming out? Are you working on any of those types of stuff, or
Um,
you're just doing
I
singles right?
well, I'm always working on new music. It's one thing I've been pretty reliable about is
Mm,
consistently putting out music.
okay.
For anybody who's followed me for the past 3 years, I've put out probably over 100 songs. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Um, and I'm still adding to it. So it's like I don't want to be that guy who depends on one song.
Mm,
I don't want to be the guy who's just known for one song. You
yeah.
know, I want to be like Tupac if possible.
Yeah,
I want to have a catalog that outlives me, you know? That you can be like, yo,
definitely.
he did that. Yeah, we
Yeah,
got a whole boss.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I record every day. So, you know, I always have music on standby. It's just the right timing and, you know, how I feel about it. Because, like I said, it's not
Mm,
written down. So it's not a, oh, I can read over it and I can say, oh, probably shouldn't say that. You know,
mm,
it's all off the door. So I have to respect
yeah,
how honest I am on the record. I have to respect how honest my mouth will allow me to be.
de-
Because sometimes your mouth will
definitely.
be a hypocrite, like,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah,
So I,
yeah, yeah,
but I'm always putting
definitely.
out new music. I got a new music video coming out. One that I actually shot when I was in Ohio. Pardon me, most of these words I fumble on.
Okay, it's okay.
Ohio, Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
Ding, ding, ding. My wife gets from me as well. So a lot of foreign words are absolutely foreign to my lips. I do not know how to pronounce them for nothing. And it's not a disrespect to them. It's just these words are new. I never saw them before.
Yeah, it's a lot to learn. It's definitely a lot to learn. So before you go, I want you to leave us with some positive words. Leave us with something positive.
Positive words. I would say I know we have not always stand together as a people, you know, but just appreciate the breath of fresh air that you breathe every day. The fact that you're on this beautifully gorgeous earth. You could have lived
Mm,
anywhere in the galaxy. Trust me. But God chose this planet for us. We
yeah,
are human beings. This is our planet. Let us start
definitely.
opening it up. Let's start showing more love. Let's start caring. You don't have to care to get back. You don't have to care to be on the newspaper. You don't have to. Come on. When did we lose our love or did we never have it? I just want to
Mm,
say if you can show one person in your life love, it does miracles for the rest of the
yeah,
world. Just share love.
definitely.
You don't have
Definitely.
it to share, share a smile.
Yeah. A
That's
smile is
it.
always good. Easiest thing to do is smile. So hi Davi. So give everybody all of your social media handles and where they can find your music.
Definitely. Social media, if it's not Johni, it's Johni Music, Johni Music, all one word. And that's how you find me on anything. My email address, JohnniMusicLLC@gmail.com. And yeah, I haven't gotten around to phone numbers yet. Like, I have so much fans, I'm scared to do it. I really am. Like people are ridiculous in 2024, so I don't want to be found out on my phone blown up. Or I haven't gotten
Now
around
you know how
to
I
yet.
feel. Now you know how I feel.
My
All day long.
condolences. My condolences.
That's why my phone be on do not disturb all day long. If it's not Instagram, it's Facebook, it's the phone, it's WhatsApp, it's every app. Every app.
Listen,
So that's why
God
my
bless
phone
you,
stays on do not disturb. So
sir.
I get I get it. Well, Jana, I
No,
want to
you gotta
thank you
be like
for
78 and have two phones. I got
I
two
have I have two
phones.
phones. I have a work phone and my personal phone. I don't need another phone. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
There you
I'm
go.
not driving bus. My mental health needs to be intact with these folks.
Listen,
Okay?
listen, they will drive you to the
Okay.
ceiling. Okay? You gotta protect
You
upstairs.
have to
You got to.
protect you. You have to protect you. Gotta protect you. Okay.
You
So,
gotta put
Jana,
it
I want to thank you
soldier
for
boy.
being. Yeah,
Woo!
I want to thank you for being here today. You know, keep sending me music. I'll send it over to the guys on the station for them to continue playing your songs. And thank you for being here. Thank you for being so open. Like you were really open today. So I definitely appreciate that. Definitely appreciate that. Okay?
Thank you for having me. Thank you for giving me your platform to speak. I hope I did you well. I
You
did
did.
you proud.
You did.
You
You
know,
did.
I just hope I didn't come as a bum on your program just to boo-hoo because that's a lot of boo-hooing. I haven't boo-hooed in so
It's okay
long. You know, so
to cry. It's
please,
okay for men to
please,
cry.
man.
I want men to know that it's okay for you guys to show emotion and to cry. It's okay because you can't have all of that built up in you. You gotta let it out. You gotta let it out.
Well, you gotta tell the world that
I mean,
they're the ones. They're the
I mean,
ones. They're
right
the
here.
ones getting on our ASS about having feelings and oh, you too sensitive. What? And then when you get aggressive, oh, you're
No,
too aggressive. Come on, world, get this stuff together.
No. I have a son. So I have a son, and I've been raising him to express his emotions and express his feelings and all of those things as a man. So he does not grow up to be a broken man. You know what I mean? So I'm okay with a man being on my platform expressing his emotions and crying. It's fine. It's okay. It's okay. Okay. So continue to do that. Don't hold on to any of those things. Okay.
Nah, like I said, my wife's my personal therapist, so she's helping me to work through a lot of stuff because, like you said, men don't get the opportunity to
Yeah.
cry, and
Yeah.
I'm a person, I'm unapologetic about my tears. It don't matter where you see me crying. Know this: there is always a distance between me
Yeah.
and my tears.
Yes.
If you see me crying, don't just run up on me. Oh, it may be tears of joy. You know,
You never
you never
know.
know. You
You
come in,
just
oh
never.
my God, you're okay. Like,
Yeah.
no, like I've had random people try to walk up to me. Like, hey,
Mm.
I'm like, whoa, okay, whoa. Not to be rude, but slow down. What's happening here?
Back
The
up on
hands
my
are wide
face.
open. No, it's not a disrespect. 'Cause, listen, I love when fans show me love. I don't, but
Mm.
I equally want you to be respectful too. I'm a
Yeah.
human being. I have feelings. You might run up on me, and I'm already having a bad day. I don't want that to be taken out on you. I don't
Yeah.
want you to,
Yeah.
oh, you're such a, No, bro, you come on a horrible day and you ask me like a trillion questions, and then you ask me for a picture, and then you ask me to
Yeah.
post it, and then tag. Come on, like, what do you want
Yeah.
today?
There's a human
So,
side of being in business as well, and people have to definitely understand that aspect of it. They definitely have to. So I'm glad that you're aware of your human side. And like I said, keep sending me music. I will play it here. I'll have the guys play it on the station too, as well. And again, thank you for being so open and honest today. I appreciate that. Definitely appreciate it.